The Season 4 patch notes just dropped on Twitter, and there's some major things that we need to go over. So we're going to go ahead and start off with this. We're going to get Battle Royal boots for Unlimited Tack Sprint. We're going to get the Foresight perk and the Specialist perk. There's a few events that's going to happen. We got the brand new Car 98, but let's get into the patch notes. So the very first thing is, here's your battle pass. You're going to get your Car 98 inside of section 5 right here. There's a few performance upgrades to this. There's been a player increase in Battle Royal up to 120 from 100. That's going to make it a lot more fast paced. When we get down here to the bunkers, they now have escape hatches as alternate exits. New rewards have been added to various locations. So this is probably where you're going to find your Unlimited Tack Sprint boots and your Specialist perk. With the Gulag, there's 4 alternate layouts now. One's going to be a L-shaped. The other one's going to be a 3-panel curved wall, stacked equipment, and a rectangular barrier outside the long central section. Okay, so I guess we're just going to have to see it to believe it. Returning is Buyback Royal. That's pretty cool. Here's your playlist. Let's pause on this for just a wee second. Here's your progressions. Not really interested in that. All maps, all modes. Okay, so Yurgistan, all modes. This is what you're going to get. We just covered this. Bunker Buster, Utility Box. Loot Hot Zones, Runaway. Okay, so a train event. It's a 10% chance of it happening. And we get a new Polaris Razor vehicle. Oh, that's going to be awesome. I wonder if they have any decent skins. Ground loot weapons. No ground loot went unturned in the season's ground loot updates. Player will find new ground loot. Awesome. Gas mask quality alive. It now has a manual, automatic, and semi-automatic setting. That's crazy. So you can either put it on, not put it on, or let it put it on itself. So I imagine that the gas mask is still going to tick inside the gas. So hopefully they didn't break this to the point where if you just keep it stored, it doesn't burn, because that would absolutely murder people with gas blaze. Buy station improvement, quality of life. Purchasing weapons will now drop behind the player, making it easier to distinguish from nearby loot. Okay, so whatever direction you're facing, it's going to throw the loot behind you. The inner circle has been increased from 2 minutes to 1 minute. Whenever you come back from Gulag, you'll now respawn from the Gulag with the updated primary and secondary weapons. I imagine that's the guns that you have in there would just get attachments to them. With Gulag, they updated some of the loadouts. They adjusted weapons, locked and loaded, and climb and punishment Gulag event. C4 has been removed from Gulag loadouts. That sucks. So there's been a lot of updates to the loot. So pretty much the things that you should have earned to begin with are now going to be harder to find. There's going to be less cash, which is going to make people do more contracts. Ground loot is going to be a lot more scarce. And when we're moving on down to the cost of things, it seems like the general cost is balanced as the way it should be. Let's see if there's anything that absolutely stands out. Oh, you can buy Gulag tokens now. That's pretty cool. I don't know if that was already a thing. Specialist is a little bit overpriced. So we got a couple new weapons. We have a new SMG right here that's supposed to be really mobile. And we got the Car 98. We got some aftermarket parts for the M4, a handgun, the KV and Hinder sniper rifle. Ooh, so that's, I don't know, it's going to get a 2-round burst. That's kind of wild. So FJX Horus is going to get one. We're going to get one for the grenade launcher. It's going to give it a longer barrel, which means you can shoot the grenade farther and faster. The Cast-Off 7.62 is also getting one. The Leechman Shroud gets one. The Renee handgun gets one. And here's some general updates and balances for all the weapons. So the BP-50 got a little bit of a nerf. The Bal 27 got a buff. The Holger got a buff. The SVA got a nerf. MCW got a buff. MTZ got a buff. Cast-Off 7.62 got a little bit of a buff. The Chimera got a buff. So Hemlock got a buff. Holy crap, this is actually a lot of guns. The AMR 9 got a buff. The FJX Horus got a buff. The Rival 9 got a buff. Striker got a nerf. WSP 9 got a nerf. Light machine guns, nerf, buff. Oh, I got a nerf. So let's see what we got in the general. We got some resurgent rewards, in a season rewards, adjustments, some fixes, quality of life, bunch more bug fixes. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, and we'll see you in season 4.